Hi everyone, it's Marie here. I just wanted to show you a really quick little project I'm going to be doing using these butterfly stamps from Brutus Monroe. If you didn't know already, Brutus Monroe now has a lot of dies in their store, and I have some of these butterfly dies here, and I'm going to be using them today for this little project. I'm making sort of some butterflies type embellishments on vellum. I'm going to be embossing it in gold and then cutting them out with the die cuts, and then I'll have these cute little butterflies that I can stick onto cards or scrapbooking or even like home decor items like lampshades and different things. So I think it's going to be really fun. So I'm just going to kind of walk you through how I do this and show you how the dies work. Let me grab my little stamp block. And I'm using Brutus Monroe's gilded powder. This is gold embossing powder, and it turns out really shiny. I really love it. And then I have a small cube of their embossing ink. I do like to use some embossing anti-cling powder first. I just feel like it gives me a better, more clear stamped impression. So I'm just going to rub this over the whole thing and go ahead and stamp. And I'm going to actually stamp this multiple times because I know I want a lot of these butterflies, so I'm just going to go ahead and stamp them all out. Alright, so I have 4 of those stamped out. I'm going to go ahead and put on my embossing powder, and I like to use coffee filters to catch the extra powder. I think it's just easier for me than trying to find a scrap piece of paper, because you would think I'd have those lying all over the place, and for some reason I can never find one. So I'm just going to set this aside. Alright, so I have those embossed, and you can just see how shiny that gilded embossing powder is. I just love it. Now, one tip when you're embossing is to let your heat gun heat up before you bring it to the paper, because sometimes heat warps your paper, and if you let it heat up, it'll melt the powder faster, so you don't have to have heat on your paper as long, and it'll cut down on that warping. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp out some more of these designs, the different butterflies, and then I'll show you how I'm going to run it through my scissors with the new Brutus Monroe dies. Alright, so I have about 15 of these butterflies all stamped out on my piece of vellum, and here are the Brutus Monroe dies. Now, they come already apart, so you don't need to cut them apart with wire cutters, which I think is really nice, because even with my wire cutters, I sometimes always get those little pieces of metal sticking out, and I can't always trim it very well. So I think it's really handy that it's already cut apart for you. You can notice that they are black. They're not the regular steel dies that you might see, and they just have a sort of a more polished and nicer look. But you use them the same way as you would any thin steel die. So I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out which one this one goes to. I think it's this one right here. Put the sharp side down, and I do like to take a little piece of washi tape and just hold it in place so my die does not move on me. And here's this one. So I love the dies for this purpose, that if you want to make a ton of something at once and cut them all out, you can. Otherwise, if you're doing this by hand and fussy cutting out all of those little butterflies, it might take a while. I know some people don't mind the fussy cutting, but I like to kind of do my projects quickly, so the dies really work for me. So I'm going to get all of these lined up on my scissors, and there are some dies here for the sentiments. I'm not using the sentiments today, I'm just using the butterflies. And then you just run it through your scissors like you would any other normal die. And let's see how they look. So there's one of your butterflies. So you can see they really work well, especially with these butterflies. I'm cutting a lot of these out because I'm going to be doing some projects with them. And it's also nice to have some of these butterflies just on hand for little embellishments here and there if you're doing different cards or scrapbook pages. So that's about it, how to use the dies. You use them pretty much like you would any other die. I just like the fact that they already come cut out for you and that they're a little bit different. They are black instead of the steel you might see. And I store them right inside my pouch along with my stamp set. This little magnet sheet is actually a magnet vent cover that you can get from Lowe's. You can get a pack of these for $5. I find them at Lowe's. I'll show you. It's a big sheet, a magnet sheet, and they're meant to go over your vent covers if you want to cover your vents, but they're thin enough that you can cut them down to the size you need. And so I buy a pack of them for $5. I cut them down and I put them right inside my stamp storage pocket. So I have my stamps and my dies all together. I know some people like to organize their dies separately, but to me it makes sense just to have the dies that go with your stamp, so I can just grab it once and have all my supplies there. So that's just how I organize my dies. I thought maybe you'd like that little tip. So anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this little look at the Brutus Monroe dies. They're going to be getting some more in the store. They have some more that coordinate with stamp sets, so go ahead over there and check it out. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I hope I'll catch you next time. Don't forget to like or subscribe or comment if you have any questions. I love hearing from you guys, so I'll catch you next time. Bye.